Flack math! Give me some math and I'll give you some flack. Flack math!
We're going to do some more ratios and figure out some math with ratios. Okay, so let's just start with an example. So let's say Dan has $2. He has $2, which may not seem like much, but he's going into a store and he wants candy. So popsicles are 25 cents. Popsicles are 25 cents a piece. So how many can he buy? Okay, how'd you get that?
25 cents times $2. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know how I got it.
So that's a good point. So a lot of people know the answer to this, but they don't really know how they got it. Because first of all, division is just a funny thing. You never really divide. You just say, okay, what do I have to multiply by 25 cents to get $2? Okay? So dividing, like if I say 24 divided by 6, I'm not visualizing 24 kittens and then dividing them into 6 groups and visualizing how many kittens I see. No, I say what times 4 is 24, or what times 6 is 24. So division we don't really ever do. Okay, we kind of just think backwards, multiplicatively. I don't think that's a word. Multiplicatively. You think backwards. Okay. So, but in this case, we can divide. We know how to divide with long division, but here's the deal. We can't divide by a decimal. How do you divide by decimals? You don't. Okay? So see how you're dealing with dollars and cents. So you either have to convert everything to cents or convert everything to dollars. What's easier? Grady?
Oh, like converting them?
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, how do you divide them?
Yeah, how do you divide decimals?
Well, for the 25 cents, you just move the decimal over 2 places to make it 25.
Yep.
You just say make it 2.
Yep, so you move that 2 places. So basically, we're just converting these dollars to cents, and that's okay. You could convert these cents to dollars, which is really what they are, but I don't want to divide by decimals. So that 2 divided by 0.25, that's kind of weird. But this is the same division problem. So what's 6 divided by 2? What's 60 divided by 20? What's 600 divided by 200? Just, no, the answer is 3 every time, right? What's 6 divided by 2? 3. What's 60 divided by 20? 3. What's 600 divided by 200? What's 6 gazillion divided by 2 gazillion? 3, if gazillion was actually a word. But, see, all we're doing is moving the decimal. It's the same division problem, so you can change the divisor however you want as long as you change the dividend the same way. Okay, it's kind of like a fraction. Remember the other way to write a division problem is 2 over 0.25, right? So 2 over 0.25. Well, remember the golden rule for fractions, you can multiply the bottom by anything as long as you multiply the top by the same thing. So this is 200 divided by 25. This is the same division problem. Okay? So how do you divide by decimals? The answer is you don't. Change that decimal to a whole number, to a counting number. Okay? So is this going to be a thing this semester? I thought you guys grew up. Did you guys grow up? Not you. Dylan and Eli. Did you guys grow up? You guys grow up? No? Okay, one of you come up here. Sit here. Eeny, meeny, miny, Dylan, get up here. Okay? So 25 doesn't go into 20, but it goes into 208 times, blah, blah, blah. So 8, you can buy 8 popsicles. Congratulations, Dan. That's his name. He likes popsicles. Okay, so that was a pretty easy one because we kind of figured, well, there's 8 quarters and $2. So we can figure that out in our head. Okay, so let's try another one. Yes?
Or you could think of it as there's 200 coins and $2.
Yeah.
So you can just get rid of the decimal and put 2 zeros.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's try another example. Let's just get all the popsicles out of your head and let's just divide. I'm going to divide 1.36 by 0.4. So how do I set this up? How do you set it up, Adeline? What goes on the inside?
1.36.
Okay, good. All right, so now this, I can't do this division. What do I need to do now? Grace? Yeah, so you don't care where this decimal is. You never do. This is the one where you have to get rid of the decimal. The only way to get rid of this decimal is to multiply by a 10 or 100 or 1,000 to move it to the right. But don't think about multiplying by tens. Just move it to the right. You only have to move it one place before it drops off the cliff, okay? So this moves one place, and that's where the decimal is. Remember, when you divide into a decimal, you just put that decimal right there. Now you can forget about the decimal ever existed, because that part of your answer is already done. So now we just divide. How many times is 4 going to 1? Nothing. How many times is 4 going to 13? 3 times. 3 times 4, that means 1, bring down to 6. How many times 4 going to 16? 4. So there's your answer, and you're done. Okay? And it kind of makes sense because 0.4 is like a half. How many times does a half go into like 1.5? Well, it goes in like 3-ish times, I guess. So that kind of makes sense. All right. So I'm just going to give you like 4 more practice problems. And then if you still need help, then we can go over some more. But let's see. Let me give you 2 and see where you're at. Sound good? Okay, here's example. This is actually example 1. See if you can do this on your own, on your paper or whatever. 3.36 divided by 0.06. Go. Did you get an answer already? Okay, hold on to it. Wait until Dylan's done. You getting it in your head? All right. I'll call you. You get an answer? Okay, hold on to it. You got your answer? Okay. All right, should we dig in? Okay, so what you could do is you could set it up right now, or you could deal with the decimal right now. Doesn't matter, but this is what I'm dividing by. Remember, this is what I can't have a decimal in, so I'm going to move this right now, blip, blip, and move this, blip, blip. So now what I'm writing in my box is this, 336 divided by 6. That feels a little bit easier to me because now I don't have a messy decimal place. It's just 6 into 336. I could have done the same thing over here, but I just move it 1 and 1, so it'd be 13.6 divided by 4, which is what I ended up with. But see how I don't have the messy arrows and things like that? So, what'd you get, Kiara? So, I got 56. Okay? Because that decimal needs to go 2 places. So it goes from, because you have to see how it goes 2 places, boom, boom. So this needs to go 2 places. So this is where the decimal ends up. Okay, so 6 goes into 33 5 times. Subtract, bring down the next one. It goes into 36 6 times. So it ends up with 56. Does that make sense? Okay, so you would have gotten half credit for sure because you did the division right. You just put the decimal in the wrong place. Okay, does this feel okay? All right, let's do one more. Is that what you got in your head? Nice. All right, let's try one more, and then if everyone gets this, then I think we're good and we can move on. Okay. All right, let's try this one. If you can get this one, then I feel like you can understand all of this. So let's do 23.8 divided by 0.07. So this is practice problem C. So 23.8 divided by 0.07. Okay. So when you get it, you can just look up here. So I know you're done. Unless you're doing it with your head and looking at the board. I need to do this. All right. What do you guys think? Still thinking? Okay. Grace, what did you get? 300. Okay. I thought I heard a 340. No, you wouldn't say that. No way. All right. Anyone else get 340? Okay. Did anyone get 34? All right. So you see the problem with 34? So let's do it together. So this time I'm going to just set it up normal, and then I'm going to move the decimal. So 0.07 goes on the outside, 23.8 goes on the inside. So this is what I'm moving. Blip, blip. So this goes blip. Uh-oh, there's no more digits. What do I have to do? Add a 0. So that 0 goes there, and then the decimal goes there. So you have to divide all the way to the decimal. And sometimes you have to go farther than the decimal. Just keep adding zeros if you want. But let's try this. Okay. 7 goes into 23 3 times. With 2 left over, bring down the 8, goes in 4 times. Uh-oh, 0. Now I've got one more digit. I have to go all the way to the decimal. So 7 goes into 0 0 times. So there's my final answer, 340. Okay? Does that feel all right? So that's about as complicated as it's going to get, that problem right there. You guys feel like you can handle that problem?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna quit for the day. Uh-oh. I guess I never let Avery in. But. Sorry, Avery. I thought I let you in, but yeah, but we're done. So make sure you watch the video. Sorry. Good to see your Siri's trying to talk to me. Bye.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.